Hello everyone, this is Josh Lugo and I'm here at Universal Nissan, and right behind me I have the new redesigned 2022 Pathfinder. Let's get to it. Alright guys, so this vehicle right now has been completely redesigned. It follows a lot of the design cues that you see on both the Armada as well as the Titan. You have a bit more of a square front as well as a stretched out look from the front of the vehicle. I would like to say it has more of a masculine look, but it's still good for both sexes, doesn't matter. So biggest thing as well is going to be our transmission. So you no longer have a CVT transmission. Most of you will be happy to hear that now we have a 9-speed automatic transmission. Besides that, you have a few safety features that we also had on the previous models, as well as your proximity sensors, which are going to be right here on the front. They used to be only available in the back. Now you both get it in the back and the front, as well as our automatic lights that also adjust for your high beams, so you don't blind anybody driving from the opposite side of the street, and you no longer have to adjust your high beams yourself. It does it for you. Going around towards the side of the vehicle, even though the Pathfinder was completely redesigned, it still brings back a lot of the features that you loved on the previous models, such as your around view camera, which is an aerial view of the car, both using the front, side, and backup camera, letting you know the things around you, as well as the proximity sensor that activates that for you if you get too close to something. Now, to get inside the car, all you got to do is touch the side, open the door. Before you would have to touch a button, all you have to do is place your hand on the handle now, and then it'll open and close the doors for you. Now, the design cues that I was telling you before that you do see, for example, like in the Titans or Armada, is more like a square chrome inside. So taking a look here, it has a bit of a rugged look. They made this vehicle not only a little bit more stretched out, but it gives you kind of this adventurous side to it, okay? Now, the inside has been a little bit touched up as well. You have quilted leather, which is nice for those long trips, so that way your back doesn't hurt, and you have a comfortable drive on the long distance. And when you get in, you can actually customize how you want to sit, as well as your steering wheel over here. It's going to be electronic and telescopic. So in order to engage the vehicle, you just hold your foot on the brake, press the button, and then it's going to adjust based on your seat preferences. Now, looking at the screen right here, you have two different ways of viewing it. You can either press this button, clear that out, press this button right here, and you can hit change meter view, and it goes into this really cool 3D effect. Completely digital here as well. If you look towards your windshield, you're also going to have what we call a heads-up display. So the heads-up display is going to show you a few things that you're probably not familiar with, such as your speed limit. Once you activate your autopilot or ProPilot system, which is something they added to this year, you just press the button. It's going to activate two things: your intelligent cruise control as well as your steering wheel assist. The way that works is basically as you're driving, it's going to detect up to 2 vehicles in front of you, based on a car that's directly in front of you, remember, not on the side. So once it detects the vehicle, it's going to adjust your speed, so that way it slows you down so that you're in a safe distance. You have 3 different levels of distance that you can adjust that. And then once you go over 37 miles an hour, you're actually going to have micro corrections on the steering wheel. So as you're holding onto the steering wheel, you're going to feel it move by itself, keeping you centered. It freaks a lot of my customers a little bit when it first happens, but once you get used to it, it's really hard to go back. Now, besides that, on that same heads-up display, it'll show you the same things I'm talking about, such as your intelligent cruise control, directly on that screen. The reason being for that is that you can really keep your eyes on the road without having to pay attention to all the other electronics that are going on. It really helps you for those long trips, and it kind of gives you a comfortable ride. Now, one of my personal favorite things that they did improve with is the built-in navigation that this vehicle comes with also reflects right on that screen. So you're going to have like an arrow, for example, if you need to get off of, say, anywhere between 1,000 to 900 feet, you're literally going to see the arrow pop up and let you know which direction. And if you're anything like me, I always save the last turn on the navigation for the last second, which means I'll probably be going from the left lane all the way to the right lane. So that helps me a lot, because now I know how early I need to start switching lanes so I can get into an exit. But besides that, you also have on this platinum trim, you're going to have your cooling seats as well as your heated seats. And then you have a beautiful 9-inch display touchscreen as well. And then the same thing I was talking about before with the round view camera. If you put it towards reverse, you'll see what I'm talking about. Looking at the screen, you're going to see it once again front, side, and backup camera as well. Makes parking this type of vehicle much easier. Also has the emergency brake system in the back, so if you're about to hit anything behind you, it's going to lock the brakes, so that way you don't mess up your beautiful car. And then you have wireless charging station as well. So now you can go ahead, take that off, and then put the charger right here. You're gonna see a light indicate in here letting you know that the vehicle's detecting the phone, and you're gonna see it pop up yellow. That means it's charging the vehicle. It does also offer wireless Apple CarPlay. So once you have that activated, your CarPlay no longer needs any cables. It's gonna reflect right on your screen, and you can use that as well. And then one feature they did completely add for this version is gonna be your auto start. So if you come to a complete stop at either a traffic light or just in general, the car can shut the engine off for a little while. So that way you save on any gas just for long distance driving. But that feature, if you're not a fan of it, you can always turn it off, and it's almost like it's not even there. With the Platinum, you also get your panoramic sunroof as well as your Bose dual subwoofer system. So if you need those long trips with the boom boom, very good sound effects. And if you have the kids in the back that can't stop talking or anything, you can put Coco Melon on there, and trust me, they'll be very happy with you for those long trips. All right, so going towards the rear of the vehicle, a nice little touch that they added. You can also find this on the SV and SV Premium and SL and up on features. You're gonna have these little sunshade blockers right here. You kind of can't tell if they're there, so preventing the kids to starting to play with. Just trust me, once they find this, not a good thing. But once you have it set, if you have to put any car seats on either the left or right side of the vehicle, you just put that there. And not only do you have your tinted windows, but you have this level, so it keeps your children nice and cool when this Florida heat. Or it keeps it nice and private for you in case you have anybody back there that you don't want anybody to see. So, in order to get into the back row of this vehicle, they actually made nice improvements. All you have to do is press this button here. It's gonna electronically shoot the seat forward, letting you access to the third row. And if you want to place it back, you just push it back like this. Same thing. Now that same feature, you also have it for anybody sitting back there. So if you're sitting back here and you want to get out, all you got to do is press the button after, passengers get out. And it's easy as 1, 2, 3. Now this one comes with what we call the captain's chair. So we take away the middle portion of the seat to have a nice center console there. So you can keep your electronics over there on the side as well as your drinks there. You have an AC system over here as well, AC volt. So you can plug in like a regular plug-in in your house, or you can use the Type A and Type C chargers in the back, as well as climate controls on that touchscreen right there. All right, so as well as the design cues, you actually have the logo right here, Pathfinder. Before it used to be a little itty bitty logo, now you get to see it all across. And the taillights now have this nice little flow that it almost looks like one entire taillight. A lot of the features that you're used to are also brought to this vehicle. Besides the sensors you have your power lifter gate. All you gotta do is press the button and it lifts it up. Now towards the back row, you can lift it up like this if you're not using, or if you need to use the space. Simple pull. If you also want to condense the seats, all you have to do is pull this upwards and then drop the seat down. One of the life quality changes that they have for anybody going on your third row, you actually have USB chargers in the back, so that way nobody's gonna have to fight over who's charging what. Now you have it in the back, so there's no more fighting of anybody in the back. And then one other thing is that they added a divider for this compartment back here. So instead of having just one plastic thing, you can just take these out or organize it however you like, and you can remove the plastic altogether. Now this lifted gate, you can actually adjust it to any level you want. All you have to do is find the level you like, press the button right here. This also works with the previous models if you're not used to that. You can go ahead and hold it until you hear a second beep, and instead of hitting the top of your garage, it's gonna go ahead and stop at the certain level that you want. And if you want to bring the power lifted gate down, you can do it from the inside, from the clicker, or press the button, or use your feet. So if you do a quick motion, it's gonna go ahead and do that for you. There you go. All right, everyone, this is once again Josh Lugo, and I'm here at Universal Nissan. I hope you enjoy our small preview of the brand new 2022 Pathfinder. If you want to schedule a test drive, you can come see me, Josh Lugo, or you can call at 407-926-7000. Hope to see you soon.